Hello everyone, welcome to Prathibha virtual classes. Today we will learn about the structure of C++ program. The topics we will learn in this session is structure of C++ program and comments and its different types. First we have to learn about the structure of C++ program. It is also known as the layout of C++ program. C++ program is the most popular programming language after the C programming language, and this is the first object-oriented programming language. And generally the programs are the sequence of instructions or the sequence of statements. These statements form the structure of the C++ program. And the structure is divided into various sections, namely headers, class definitions, member function definitions, and main function. Main function is the main thing which includes the executable statements related to the C++ program. This is the structure of the C++ program. It includes header file declaration section, global declaration section. These are the different sections. And next is the class declaration and method definition section. Okay, and next is the main function. Main function is named as the main because it is the main for the entire C++ program. It includes different executable statements. And next is the method definition. If our program includes the methods, it can be specified after the main. After the main, that are the different methods, the user defined methods specified in the C++ program. The first is the header file declaration section. This is used in the program. Header files are used in the program are listed here. In this section we have to specify what are the header files you are using in the program that are listed in this section. And this provides the prototype declaration for different library functions. For example, if we use the mathematical functions, then we have to specify the math.h function header file for that. And generally we can include the iostream.h, which includes the input out related statements. Like that, if we are using working with strings, then you can use the string.h, etc. Like that we can use. Okay, and we can also include the user defined header files. If the header files defined by the user, those can also be included in this section. Basically all preprocessor directives are written in this section. Okay, preprocessor directives starts with the hash symbol. This can be written, I read as the hash, and this can be the first statement in the C++ program. And next section is the global declaration section, which consists the global variables or global declarations, which consists the global variables, functions, and other things that are declared. Okay, which are global means the functions, variables, or anything they are declared in this section are related to main as well as the other different methods included in that C++ program. And this declaration may include the declaring the structures, declaring the classes, and declaring the variables. We can include the structures, classes, variables, and as well as the functions also. Okay, this is the global means the functions or variables which we are declared in this section can be used anywhere in the C++ program. And next section is the class declaration section. Okay, which includes the declaration of the classes. Generally it is the optional because the C++ program can be created with the class and without the class. When we include the class declaration section, it becomes the object oriented programming. If you want to create the simple program, we can specify the C++ program without the class declarations. Okay, actually this is the subsection for the global declaration section, and this class declaration and all methods of the class are defined here. Okay, the class is the similar to the structure, which includes the variables and the methods which are used to define those describe those variables. And this class declaration section is used to define the number of classes as the user wants, but it can be included when you want to specify the C++ program as the object oriented programming. And next is the main function. This is the main function because it is the main starting the execution starts from, always the execution starts from here. Okay, each and every C++ program always starts with the main function. Either it may be anything. This is the entry point for all the functions. Each and every method is called indirectly through main. Every function or methods defined in the C++ program can be executed indirectly through the main only. Okay, we can create the class objects in the main. If we define the classes in the class declaration section, then the objects related to that class can be defined within the main only. Okay, and the operating system call this function automatically when we are written the program, and when we are ready to compile that program, means executing, then the operating system automatically calls this main function. And it has the two main subsections, local declaration and executable section. Local declaration means we can declare the local variables and methods, functions which can be used in that function only. Okay, and it consists the executable sections within the specified curly braces. Those are the block of that function. Okay, those with the help of those executable statements we can call the global methods, global variables, and input and output statements. Those can also be specified in this section. Okay, actually what we say is the C++ has the flexibility to create the two types of programs, with or without a class, as its member function definitions. If we define the C++ program with class, then that program is called the object oriented program. If we want to create the simple C++ program just like the C program, then we have to define the C++ program without a class. Okay, a simple C++ program is without a class, which includes the comments, headers, namespace. This is the library which consists the input, output, all library functions included in its namespace, and the main and input output statements. Okay, this is the structure and example of the C++ program. This is the hash sign, which is specified to specify the hash include IO stream. This is the preprocessor directive, and this is the another preprocessor directive, that is the conio.h, which includes the string functions, output statements, and clearing statements. Those all can be included in this. And this is the using namespace std. This is the namespace library which includes all the library functions which can be included in the std. Std consists all the library functions generally used in the C++ program included. When we specify this statement, these can be used here. And this is the main function header. Actual execution starts from here. This is the open brace, that is the open of the block, and closing brace, this is the close of the block. Within that block we can specify the variables, methods, okay, which are declared in these braces. These are called the local variables, and we can access the access the global variables, and as well as we can create the objects, and we can write the input output statements all within this block of the main. This is the example. Here I written the comment lines. This is the first C++ program. This is the multi-line comment. In the next slide I will explain about this comment and what are the different types of comment. This is the this statement is a preprocessor directory iostream.h, which includes the input output statements related to the C++. Int main, this is the main function. Actual execution starts from here. Here we are writing without the class. This is the simple program, and here we used std and double colon cout, and this is the insertion operator. These can be used when we are not specifying the namespace. And this is the string which is to be displayed as the output. Okay, this is the insertion operator. It sends the left side of the right side of the string to the cout is the output object to the output screen, and return 0 when we specify the int before the main. We have to specify the return. Main is the called automatically by the operating system, so it doesn't returns any value to the value anywhere, so we will specify the return 0. Okay, we can also specify the void. When we specify the void, no need to specify the return 0 here. Okay, this is the first C++ program. This is the comments which are used for the documentation to understand the code to others. In this comments lines we can specify the who is the author of this program, when it is developed, what is the purpose of writing this program. Those all can be documentation can be specified in this program. Here we are used just first C++ program, and these comments are the non-executable statements which are ignored by the compiler. And next statement is the hash include iostream. This is the preprocessor directive, and this header file is required for input output statements. And int is for the integer return value, void is for the nothing is to be written. Okay, we used return value 0. Okay, if we specify the int, the last statement of the main function must be the return 0, and void does not return a value, so there is no need to write the return keyword when we are specifying the void before the main. Main is the entry point of all the functions where the actual execution begins, and curly braces which are used to group all statements together. To generate the block we can use the curly braces. And this is the std : cout. Okay, it is required when we use the hash include. Okay, and std cout defines that we are using a name cout which belongs to namespace std, and namespace consists the standard library. If we use the using namespace std, okay, after the preprocessor directive before the main, then no need to use the std before the input output statements. Okay, if we does not use this, we have to specify like this: std : cout, std : cin, like this. So is placed in the program, then it does not require to write the std throughout the code. Generally, namespace std contains all the classes, objects, functions of the standard C++ library. And the text welcome to Prathibha virtual classes in between the double quotes, that is the inverted commas, called the string. which is displayed on the output screen. Cout is the used to display the output on the standard output device. String always be put between the inverted commas, and this double less than symbol is the insertion stream operator or insertion operator. This sends the content of variable on its left to the object on its the content of variable on its right to the content on its left. This right side content is sent to the left side object. In the program, the right side we are specified the string, and in the left operand we are using cout. So it sends the string to the cout object, and then cout object displays the string as in the output screen. Okay, this is the explanation about the our simple C++ program. And next is the comments. Comments are the non-executable statements which can be used anywhere in the C++ program. Okay, and these are the vital element of a program which are used to increase the readability of a program and describe its functioning. Okay, and these are the non-executable statements, so these does not increase the size of the file. How many as many comments as you can write in the C++ program, but it does not increase the size of the file. It supports two comment styles. One is a single line comment and other is a multi-line comment. Single line comments are used to define the line by line descriptions, and double slash is used to represent the single line comments. And the different types of comments are single line comments and multi-line comments. Single line comments are used to define the line by line descriptions. For that purpose we can use the double slash, which is used to specify the single line comment. For example, double slash single line comment. Single line comments can be specified by using this symbol. And multi-line comments are used to define the multiple lines descriptions and are represented by slash star, and at the end of the comment we can specify the star hash. Okay, this is the example for the multi-line comment. Generally these multi-line comments are not used in the C++ program because it requires more space on the line. Okay, generally the single line comments can be preferred to use in the program. Okay, as in this video we will learn about the structure of the C++ program, which consists the different sections. Okay, and what is the simple C++ program, okay, which includes this along with this as the structure, it includes the header files and a main function, okay, and executable statement. Example of the programs: comments, which are the non-executable statements. Comments can be of two types: single line comments, multi-line comments. Single line comments are specified line by line. Multi-line comments are specified to specify the description multiple lines. Okay, thank you one and all.